But so for the family Christmases though,
Mm-hmm.
what was like the normal? What were the things that you all expected, that you all planned on? Like whether it's how gifts were exchanged or activities the family did or what kind of food you had there. What was the
It,
normal?
it was just for the kids. We adults didn't get to give any
Okay.
presents back and forth. Well, Lori and I did, of course, and that's the way they did it. And I was busy trying to think of what did she do the turkey and do this, and I had two ovens. I had one, just an oven above my stove, because the turkey would go on this one, and then the casseroles and things would go on the other one.
Oh yeah,
Remember it?
I do remember.
Yeah. And that way I would have everything ready.
Okay.
So,
So turkey and ham. You went both.
mm-hmm.
What else do you have for Christmas? What's a normal Christmas spread?
The dressing, and what else did we? Oh, you liked the was it spinach casserole?
Mm-hmm. With
Yeah,
cheese.
I always made that because you like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I don't remember quite a few casseroles because I could make big ones because there was a lot to feed there. And a lot of times when we were eating, I would be cooking another casserole or maybe two in each oven because I didn't want to run out of food because otherwise we would have. So,
Some of us were big eaters.
I think we all were.
Probably.
Yeah.
Were there any like games or activities that we did? I know one year we had a Santa-shaped pinata because somewhere there's a home movie of Larry and Tom taking turns hitting Santa with a stick, which was terribly entertaining and slightly traumatizing for the children.
I don't remember that.
I was at my mother's house.
Oh, it's you. Oh,
Yeah, in the playroom. It was, because it used to be a garage, so there was the door, and so the track where the garage door for the playroom would open.
oh, there.
So they
Yeah.
hung it from there.
Oh,
It's an entertaining home movie. It's not very long, but you don't often see men beating Santa with a stick to the delight of children.
oh my goodness.
Now, I don't feel like we were a very musical family. Like, we didn't tend to sing Christmas songs together or
No.
anything like that.
Oh,
Jenny and I have tried to make that happen, and to moderate success. Elisa's
No.
learning to play the piano,
Well,
so she's in charge this year.
I sing. My mother always told me I sang off key. She had perfect pitch because she was a singer.
Okay.
And so I never sang at anything because I thought, no, my mother told me I'll send everybody out of the room. When I was a kid, there wasn't much money,
Oh, the
And-
Depression era.
the Depression, and
Oh, I didn't even think about that. So you guys wouldn't have done much in the way of...
no. And we would just have a cake and a present, that's all.
Yeah.
And because, see, we had grandmas living with us, and then my uncle lost his job, and so my uncle Frank and Rose came to live with us, and so that sort of stretched it, his salary. And then he always, we go every week to Waukegan to see his parents, and he would always leave some money for them, and to make sure that they had enough. So it was, and we never really knew it because we just had so much fun playing, and then going to Girl Scouts and things like this, So it never occurred to us. And,
Well, what about Christmas? Did you guys probably didn't do a whole lot in the way of presents for Christmas too when you were a kid?
well, yeah, my folks did. My mother belonged to what they call a Christmas club
Okay.
at the bank, and she would put I don't know how much money in it, and because otherwise she'd use it for something else. And so, and there was one for no, that was later, and then so then they could draw it out at the Christmas time. So that's what the money was for presents for all of us, for us two kids. And we didn't share, like my aunt and uncle lived across the street with their two kids, but we didn't cross, with presents at all. They
Good.
took care of their kids, and
Okay.
so
What kind of things would you get?
I got a baseball glove.
Did
I'll
you?
remember that. Then the other time, a basketball. And,
Do you remember
and
how
my,
old were
my
you?
father always said, I don't have a girl, I have two sons.
How old were you when you got a baseball glove?
I was, oh gee, I don't know.
What ballpark was that? This is before high school, I imagine, because you played
Oh,
baseball
yeah.
when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was, I was in grade school, that's all I know.
Okay.
And my dad used to take us to the Cubs game.
All right. So, what about Christmas with your kids? Did you guys do things like what did people go caroling door to door in your neighborhood?
Go door to door for what?
Caroling, singing Christmas songs.
Well, the churches did that. Which one was it? I don't know if it was both girls or just one of them or something. They would go out. They would get together from Afterglow and go out and carol.
Okay.
And that was all.
Okay. So, what was Christmas like for your kids? First of all, did you do the Santa Claus thing with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we did that. Hmm.
Okay, but
They
like,
were waiting, and one year, they were the three were in high school. Janice wanted ice skates so bad, and so they said, "Give us the initials of what we're getting down there." They look at the box, so they came to Janet, and I thought, a BB, and or no WB. And so she ran upstairs. I didn't get my ice skates. See, she expected that. Well, what I went was a white box.
right?
And so when she opened up, she had these white skates, and she couldn't get over that. I switched everything with, what did I get, Pat? I can't remember, but I turned the initials back. If it was an S in the front, I put it in the last or
Okay.
something. I don't remember, but because they had me on the spot, you know. So, but they all would look at me when they opened them. This is what I wanted. So,
But do you remember some of the things they wanted? My mother wanted ice skates. Do you remember any of the others?
no, I don't. That just stood out. So.
Okay.
Because she was so mad at me. And right upstairs, she wouldn't even stay downstairs. And she was really hurt, you know, because she wanted those ice skates so bad.
Kids.
So, but I didn't want to ruin Christmas by telling her. So,
I find it weird. Like, I don't think I did as a kid, but now I'm like, I'm going to get you to tell me what you want. I'm going to get it, and then I'm going to hide it in a box and pretend that I don't know what you want. When we both know you've told me what you want, and it's in that box under the tree. Like,
oh wow.
the whole Christmas thing just doesn't make sense to me. I'm a weird cynic who grew up at a weird time. But like my wife, I'm like, I never know what to get my wife for Christmas because like if she wants something, I don't wait till December to get it for her. And if it's something I can afford, she already has it. So I get to December and I'm like, what do you want / need that you don't already have that I can afford? Like, I need a new car. Probably not going to be under the tree. But otherwise, I'm like, I don't need anything.
We'll put the car keys in and on the Christmas card.
So that's my problem every year.
Yeah.
My wife takes care of that because she
Yeah.
has a better sense of how it works. So did you get your kids like practical things or just fun stuff? Or both?
Both, really, I think. And then we would listen to their conversations to know what they wanted. And we always tried to get what they wanted.
Okay.
So,
Now, was there a mall Santa at the time? Could you take them to see Santa?
well, when they were little, yes.
Okay.
Because we used to go downtown. I'd take the three of them downtown. I think I told you that.
Oh, yes,
have
but
breakfast under the tree.
I haven't got to hear about that in detail. I want to hear about that in detail.
Oh, well, we went down.
Now, would you take the train or would you drive?
No, we drove.
Okay.
Let's see who. I guess Laurie drove. I can't remember who and we would go down, and Lori wasn't with us though. I don't. Must have been with the girlfriend with their kids. I can't. Have to ask the kids.
Okay.
And we go down and have breakfast under the tree
Now, this is at Macy's.
at Fields.
Fields. Okay.
Yeah, and the tree was always so beautiful. And after that, they couldn't wait because then we could go and see Santa Claus. And then that was no in my day. After that, then we go to the game or the games room where all the toys were. And it was on the fourth floor, and it was a huge place, and they each had some money. My mother would give them each some money, and so they could pick something up. And they just
for
loved
themselves?
that. Hmm?
For themselves?
Mm-hmm.
So your mother gave them money to buy themselves a Christmas present.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a good plan.
Yeah,
That works.
it does. And they would take their time and see everything.
So did she go with you downtown?
No, she was working then.
Okay.
My dad died, and she was in her 40s, so she went to work.
Okay.
And
So she gave money to the grandkids,
Right.
her grandkids, your
Yeah.
children, and then
Mhm.
you went downtown and they got to spend it
right,
in the toy department.
yeah. So that was fun for him.
Okay.
Well, now when my brother and I were growing up, when we were in grade school, my mother would take us down to Fields. She loved Chicago. She worked in Chicago. And she would take us down to Fields, and we'd have breakfast under the tree, like my kids did. And then we'd go and see Santa Claus. And Santa Claus always had, for girls on this side and boys on that, a present for us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And then as we were leaving, there was like a slide, and you waited, and then there was, I can't remember who it was there, and she said, how old are you? And I would tell her. Then all of a sudden something would come down. And so we always got 2 presents
Oh.
from Fields in those days. Oh, we thought that was we were just so rich.
Magical.
Oh, we couldn't wait to get home. And my mother always said, wait till we get home, because we took the train in.
Mm.
And so we did. And so that was always a thrill.